like an overview just for people who super basic, like what is PulseDogeCoin? Why does it have a confusing name with other coins that may have been on BNB type of thing? And like, why are you like, what is drawing you to it? Where it is like your goal to make this the coin, like to like get the message out there? Like, why are you so bullish on it?
Those are actually really good questions. If you think about it, if you look at a lot of the meme coins, the socks. Well, I'll save that for DP. Is a more of an expert on PulseDoge socks. Maybe we can talk about it at some point. But basically, I lost my train of thought. Let me think for a second. Yeah. So with PulseDoge, or let's go back to meme tokens. How have meme tokens performed? How has Doge performed? How has Shiba performed, or some of the other tokens? A lot of people in crypto, they don't care about solving the Byzantine generals problem. They don't care about computer science or mathematics or double spending or any of that stuff. They only care about making money. And a lot of people love dogs. In fact, probably most people love dogs, right? And look at it. It has dog logo, buy button, right? And then everybody does the same thing and the price goes up. What's crazy, and I've mentioned this before, is that Doge inflates at 10,000 tokens per minute. That's not good. It's a hyper-inflated currency. You also have founders that are like flooding their own bags and dumping on everyone else's heads. So that also sucks. So Doge has a lot of problems. Also, like recently, Doge can now be spent. You could buy Chipotle with Doge. That's not smart. These guys are like super bullish on that, like as if that's great for price. You're basically saying Doge is now a currency. And if you speed up the velocity at which money travels, that's really bad for price. Because guess what? Every time you buy that burrito and everyone else does, millions of people, you're now placing infinite sell pressure on the asset. That means price goes down. That's not good. That's not good for price. In fact, if you wanted Doge to go, forget about Doge going on a bull run again. Even if you just want to paint Doge sideways, you need to inject a lot of money every year in order to make it just go sideways. We're talking like some large amount, like $450 million or whatever it is. You can do the math. I didn't do the math. 10,000 tokens per minute, whatever that calculates to be.
Okay.
So that sucks. That really sucks. It also sucks that even though like a lot of these assets have centralized ownership, but it sucks if the centralized ownership is dumping on you. They're mega dumping. So with PulseDoge solves a lot of these problems. It's super scarce. The supply is determined. So hex. If you had hex stakes, let's talk about the free claim, right? So if you had hex stakes that were active as of April 20th, then you have 100 days to free claim PulseDoge, and it's all based on your staker league. So the highest tokens that you could claim per claimable address would be like for a dolphin, you can claim 900. The sharks get less; they get 600. Whales get 300. They try to do like a fair, like bell curve distribution type for the asset. And the reasoning behind this was that the devs didn't.
Yeah, why is that fair? That's what I'm curious about too. Like it sounds good, but like why is it? Yeah, like why do you put so much stock into it?
Yeah, it's a good question. I guess the devs wanted, or the founder of the devs, or whoever, if there is a dev or whatever. Well, obviously there is a dev, but the reason why they did that is they wanted to give the smaller guys a chance. Like everyone got like rewarded heavily in Hedron, large players, including myself. And then what did we do? We just got the asset. It went on a major bull run and we dumped the price down and everyone else was like exit liquidity. That sucks for all those guys. It's so much smarter. And I'm not putting down Hedron. I love the HSIs and I love what Alex created. He gave it an honest effort. And hopefully it does well over time. But with PulseDoge, you can't murder the price unless you buy your way in, or unless you free claimed and never bought, but you held it for like a crazy amount of return. For example, if you're a dolphin and you free claim 900 tokens and the price went up to $1,000 per token, which the supply suggests that it could do that or much higher, even though we have no crystal ball, then you're looking at like you could extract $900,000 from a free claim. That's pretty amazing. That's like life-changing money for a lot of people. But in order to like murder the price, you really have to buy your way in. But here's the thing. When you buy something, you value it more than if you got it for free, because you injected your own capital, especially if you injected a significant amount of capital, let's say thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So it's kind of like skin in the game versus Hedron is kind of rewarding, like trying to distribute the Hedron among the stakers based on the different, how much they have in the other product. But PulseDoge is like, I guess, what is the ethos too? Like if you could just distill it down, the ethos is create a small supply coin that is hard to dump because you must have skin in the game. Okay.
That's one aspect of it, but also, so for tokens like this to thrive and survive, you really need to have, there's several elements that you need to have for these things to be successful. One thing that's critical to any asset performing well is you have to have centralized ownership, and you have to have wallets that control the majority of the supply that are willing to delay gratification for the longest period of time. Think about like HexOA, for example, thousands of addresses that just protect and defend the price, where tokens sit dormant and they're never sold. Not a single token has ever been sold from those addresses, over 3,000 addresses. Why is that? Protect and defend the price so that the price could go really high in the future over a long period of time. So centralized ownership is really key. It's critical to something performing well. You need benevolent whales that are willing to protect the asset so that smaller players can become wealthy first, so that they can extract value first. And then down the road, when the price is done, like a significant return on investment, then maybe some of those larger wallets could extract a very small percentage in the most responsible way via, let's say, one-sided liquidity Uniswap v3. So, for example, let's say the price goes up 100x or 1,000x. Well, maybe some whales might extract maybe 1% or less. Not a lot, but maybe 1% or less. But they'll never. My gut feeling is that a lot of these whales will never market sell a single PulseDoge. But the only way that people can see if that's really true is to give it time. You have to give it time, and that requires some sort of risk. Are you willing to take that risk on some of these whales and let them demonstrate that they are benevolent? Or you can put no money into it, hold your free claim, and just see how that works out. Or you're free to just dump the free claim and put your money into other things. You can cash out for chicken nuggets at McDonald's or whatever. People are free to use their money as they deem fit.